Okay, so this is going to be our last video for our Intro to Polynomials PowerPoint. And in this video, I'm going to go over standard form of polynomials and what a leading coefficient is, what that term means. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and write a polynomial on the board, and we're going to have, let's see, 12, what letter am I forgetting today? B squared minus 3 SR cubed plus 4b to the 4th power c to the 6th power. There we go. That's a good one. All right, so this, we have 3 terms, right? There's 12b squared, negative 3sr cubed, 4b to the 4th power c to the 6th power. We have 3 terms. Put them all together, we get a trinomial. All right, and now we're going to look at exponents. So to find the standard form of a polynomial, you need to know the degrees. So we're going to look at the exponent, find the degree of each term, and we'll go from there. Okay, so degrees, exponents. 12b squared, we have one variable and one exponent, one visible exponent. B squared, degree is 2. All right, negative 3sr cubed. We have 2 variables, one visible exponent. Remember, when we have a variable without a visible exponent, we know there's an invisible 1. So add those together, we get 4. And lastly, 4b to the 4th power, c to the 6th power. All right, exponents. We have 2 variables, each with visible exponents. We have a 4 and a 6. We want to add them. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, so we have the degree of each of our terms. Now, to put it in standard form, we want to put the terms by descending degrees. So we want to start with the biggest degree, and we want to go to the smallest degree. So our biggest degree is 10, and that is the degree for 4b to the 4th, c to the 6th. So that's going to be our first term. That 4 looks a little weird. 4b to the 4th, c to the 6th. This guy's gone. We did him. We're done with the 10. Now, 4 and 2. What is our next biggest degree? 4. And this guy goes with negative 3. Don't forget your negative. Negative 3 SR cubed. We're done. We're done with him. And lastly, we have our 12b squared. And it's positive, so plus 12b squared. And that is in standard form. So standard form, first you need to break the polynomial down by terms. So we have our 3 terms. We need to find the degree of each term. So 10, 4, 2. And then you need to put them in descending order. So from the biggest number to the smallest number. So 4b to the 4th, c to the 6th, minus 3sr cubed, plus 12b squared. And that's standard order, or standard form. It's pretty easy. You just need to know how to find your degrees. And once you can do that, then you put them in descending order. It's pretty easy. We'll go over one more together after I erase the board. Let's do a long one this time. Let's start with a 5b plus 7c squared n minus 12 AB squared plus 14 CY minus 3, let's see, what letter are we missing? M, we'll go with M, R, S to the 6th. All right, so we have a big polynomial this time. Now, first thing we need to do is break it down by terms. So our first term is going to be 5b. Second term is 7c squared n negative 12ab squared 14zy negative 3nrs to the 6th. And altogether, we have one giant polynomial. Poly means many. So polynomial. And now we need to find the degrees of each term. And to find the degrees, we need to look at the exponent. So degree of this one, remember there's a variable. We're looking at exponents and the variables. So there's a variable with no visible exponent. When there's no visible exponent, we know there's an invisible 1. So 1, and that's it. So our degree for this one is going to be 1. Then we have 7c squared n. We have one exponent here, an invisible 1. Add these together, you get 3, so this is a degree of 3. Negative 12ab squared, there's an invisible 1 here, and then a 2 here. Add these together, you get 3 again. Over here, you have 14zy, two variables, both with invisible 1s. Add these together, you get degree of 2, and then negative 3nrs to the 6th. So we have one visible 6, an invisible 1 here, and another invisible 1 here. Add them all together, you get a degree of 8. Okay, so now we have the degree of each term. Now we want to put them in descending order. We want to put the degrees in descending order. Okay, so our biggest degree is 8. 8 is our biggest degree, and this belongs to negative 3nrs to the 6th. So negative 3nrs to the 6th. So this one's gone. We've already used this term. What's next? Oh, we have 2 3s. Now, if this happens, if we have 2 of the same degree, we're going to want to put it in the order that it is. So we want to start with this one. So plus 7c squared n. We're done with that one. Negative 12 ab squared. We're done with that one. 2 more terms left. 2 is our next biggest one, so we want to go plus 14 z y. We're done with this term. And lastly, we have 5b, and it's positive 5, so we're going to do plus 5b. We want to find the degree of the first term, because when it's in standard form, this term is going to have the biggest degree. So this is going to be 8. We already know, we've already figured it out. So the degree of the whole polynomial is going to be 8. All right. And when I said leading coefficient earlier, so when your polynomial is in standard form, your very first coefficient is going to be called the leading coefficient. So this one is going to be negative 3. And remember, when we have a term, we're just going to look at this one, 9x squared. Remember, when we have a term, the number is your coefficient. The whole number is your coefficient. The letter, or what we don't know, is your variable. And this little number is your exponent. So this is our leading coefficient because it's the very first coefficient and it has the biggest degree. If you still have questions, reach out. That's the end of the very first PowerPoint that we went over. I'll make videos for the next PowerPoint soon-ish, hopefully. I hope these were helpful. Please let me know if there's anything I need to add, anything else I need to do. Yeah, good luck.